there, Leo, Sun, Leo, Moon, Leo, Rising. Welcome to your new moon in Taurus reading. We're going to take a look at how this energy is going to affect you because this is such a powerful, really powerful new moon. I know I say that a lot, but that's because everything's been shifting and changing so much. You have a lot that came out with that too. Okay, so you're working with Venus, Mars, and Saturn over the course of these next 6 years. That's when this new moon becomes a full moon. You have the strategist, the artist, and the administrator. Okay, so this summer, Venus is really chasing down Mars. That's the artist with the strategy. So it's a creative energy that you're working with, and Saturn in Pisces is also about creating structure around your dreams, your goals, your hopes. What is it that you want to manifest and create? And so the reason I say that this is a 6-year run on this is because usually it's like a year and a half until a new moon becomes a full moon. But this new moon, becomes, that's interesting, becomes a full moon on November 21st of 2029, right before we head into the next decade. And so this is how we are going to wrap up this energy. This is how we're going to finish this all out and figure out what it is that we're doing from here. So we're using the Osho Zen Tarot today. It is trust. Trust is coming through already. So I did a whole big video over on Facebook. For the energy around this new moon. And so I really want to just focus in on where you're at right now and how you're going to move through this energy. You have a lot of water energy coming through. It's very interesting. Okay. So, full disclosure, I tried several times yesterday to record, but I am definitely having computer issue as it's not the internet. It seems to be equipment related. So I gave the computer a nap. So we're out fresh and early here. Look at you finishing this thing in your power. Look at this. Oh my God, I am loving so much what I'm seeing here for you. Okay, so right now, there is this pause, this break in the action that you're kind of living with. This is the Four of Swords. It's kind of seeing the future and not being there yet. It's called postponement. And again, like I said, it is a very long cycle, right, that we're working with here. And so you're being asked to trust your emotions, to trust what you're feeling, to trust that the news and the information that's coming through to you is truly important to you to follow through, because you have here the Ace of Cups for your conscious mind, what you are focusing on, and it's going with the flow. So both of these cards are saying the same thing, to really move with the energy of your heart, what feels right, and really trusting yourself, trusting your higher self, and trusting that the divine actually has a plan that is really working for you. I can't believe how much water energy we have here. Okay, so the card of patience, the Seven of Pentacles. In the recent past, it's as though you've been waiting on something. You've been waiting to see what would happen. Is the juice worth the squeeze, right? Is this something I really want to put my time and my effort into? Is it creating what I want it to create? And with this card overall energy here, the postponement, I almost feel like there has been this it feels very long process of you waiting around to see if something was going to work out. You really can't see. It's always the first reading of the day where I have to adjust the camera a little. I'm sorry about that. All right, so you have been trying really hard to figure everything out and to give it time to see if it would work or not. This transformation, this goes with this. You have a big transformation coming. A big transformation. There's going to be strategy that's going to need to be involved. Mars is getting ready actually to move into your sign very soon. He does that within the next week or so. Venus is going to be in your sign from June 5th to October 10th. That's a gateway 1010. She's there during the 8-8 Lionsgate way. I'm actually on Facebook going to be working with this energy, and so if you'd like to join me over there, I think you will find that very beneficial, because here in the subconscious, you have this card of the Ace. So you have two aces here. You have the Ace of Pentacles in the subconscious. This is planting that seed. This is that Taurus new moon. You are making, I want to say, in your subconscious, you are well aware of a change that needs to be made, and you are preparing for it. So it is something that has the potential to really grow into something. The Ace of Pentacles always has that opportunity, right? And the Ace of Cups, it is about flowing with your emotion and the situation and being willing to allow yourself to be guided along the way. Where's the energy that you find yourself sitting in? You have here the Judgment card and the card of the Hermit. This one, though, is called Beyond Illusion, and that is because the Judgment card isn't about making a judgment. The Judgment card is actually about learning how to accept situations for what they are without judgment. It is a recognition of, this is the situation. This is what it is. It's neither good nor bad. I've learned, I've grown, and now I make a choice based on what is best for me, what brings in the joy, what brings in the happiness, what is going to be emotionally satisfying for me. I'm willing to flow along and leave behind things that don't work for me, and plant my seed of intention in my next dream, my next goal, what it is that I do want. And so when you have this with this Hermit card, the Hermit, it's called aloneness, which is not loneliness. It is aloneness. You can be completely lonely in a partnership. We all know that. Aloneness is when we go inside of ourselves and we find the knowledge and the wisdom, because the answers are actually inside. They're not out there. They're in here. And so regularly giving yourself the opportunity to connect in with your higher self, making this a practice that you develop, will allow you to be able to really tap this creative energy that is being offered to you. There is strategy involved. The administrator here, look at this. This guy is a conductor. I walk with a foot in both the earthly and the spiritual world. That is what you're being asked to do. When you have this card of aloneness, you're being asked to be able to go inside and then also manifest outside. Saturn and Pisces is totally this. Pisces is about music, and he's conducting the birds in the morning. The song is the dawn of a new day. The birds are singing, how do I want my new day to look? What is it that I want to create? And my new day is every day, but holding that vision for the future, because you're using the strategy of Mars. Like really thinking carefully about what your next steps are. But the artist says here, I create my vision. You know, every vision has a plan, and I create my vision. It is working together. This is conducting right this way. This is totally bringing it together. It is the, I am going to conduct what's going to happen next in my life. I have a vision. I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to silence that. I'm going to move things through. I'm going to bring it to a crescendo. I'm going to let it fade out and then bring it back up. And so you are a conductor in your life, and it's really important that you pick up the baton and decide to start orchestrating your life, because in your environment, you have a very controlling energy here with this King of Swords. Somebody is trying to control how things are played out, and you need to take back your power and say, this is what I want. And so the challenge has been finding that Ten of Cups harmony, that thing where things really work together. And so for some of you, the situation just that might be what's fading out in order to bring in a new opportunity, or it might be that you just need to figure out a new way to bring it in the current situation that you have. I don't do love readings, but I can't help but notice there seems to be emotional satisfaction here. And so it doesn't necessarily mean that it's love, but it absolutely 100% could be. That it feels more like it is about you falling in love with yourself, you falling in love with an idea, a creative project, something you want to do, but there's a need to shut out the world around you, go into the inside, into the aloneness, and look at the thing beyond illusion, right? Like this is really looking at it strategically and factually, and at the same time connecting in with that brain, those 40,000 brain cells that are in your heart. Those are the ones that draw and magnetize and bring into your life what it is that you want and what it is that you need. And so, well, the struggle is the 10 of Cups. The opportunity is the 9 of Cups. And so it's called laziness in here, but I want to say that what that really means is that you're not fighting the currents, you're going with the flow. A lot of times when I see that card in this deck, it feels bad, but it doesn't here. not with the way your cards are laid out. You are being asked to trust, to go with the flow. And what is the action step that you're supposed to take? You have the Queen of Cups, which is receptivity. This is opening up to the flow of abundance. This is not letting yourself be controlled. And this is you also not trying to control everything, but just opening up to seeing what all the possibilities are that will help you to create this beautiful picture that you see in the future. Because here's the outcome. So I know this is a 6-year plan. This is what it really feels like. And lately, I don't know about you, but I can't even hardly see into next week. And there's something about what's going on in Taurus right now between that 5 and 15 degrees. We had that book ended when we had that new moon in Aries at 0 degrees. We had Venus sitting there at 5 degrees and Uranus sitting there at 15. And then Mercury is in there right now. As I'm recording this, these stations direct later today. I cannot wait. But that energy right there between 5 and 15 has been being worked over. So by the time you're viewing this video, when you guys get on Tuesday, it's now moving direct at a snail's pace, but at least moving in the right direction. And then Jupiter is entering on Monday or Tuesday of this week. So as you're watching this video, Jupiter has moved into Taurus. He is going to get up to 15 degrees and retrograde back to 5. So there is something about clearing this. It kind of feels like going in and digging up the soil and bringing everything up and getting it ready to plant this really important seed. It's really getting worked over, the nurturing and the growing of it. So be open to receiving the downloads and the information that you are being given about what it is that really touches in your heart that you feel like you need to do because you come out a winner. We have this card of transformation. And I know that people call it the death card, but if you look at this card, that is not what this is. This, look, I just wanted you to take a look at it, screenshot it if you want. I'm going to go over what's in it. This individual, I don't know which goddess or god it is, but sitting on a blue lotus, and the phoenix rising from the ashes behind, holding the lotus, which is the receptivity. So open to receiving divine information. In one hand, holding the yin and the yang symbol. This is that energy of being in harmony in ourselves. And even so, this is the challenge. That doesn't mean you can't have it. That means you're going to have to make some kind of an adjustment to allow it to happen, which in this case seems to be to go with the flow. The sword of truth in another hand. We've got a snake, the transformation in another hand. And in the last hand, he is holding a broken, holding a broken chain. Unchaining yourself from the control outside of you. And instead, allowing yourself to view things without judgment from within and receiving the answers and the information you need. So this transformation card coming out over the next 6 years, you are undergoing a renovation project. You are a renovation project, they're saying. It is a very deep renovation that is occurring as this new moon becomes a full moon. We have the North Node will be in a fellow fire sign at the galactic center of Sagittarius. And so the explosion and the expansion of everyone, but clearly of you, happening here. And so with the Queen of Wands that says sharing, you also have the card of the Four of Wands, participation. And this is all of the energies here, the elements. We've got, earth, air, fire, and water here, all coming together. Everything coming together, and it's connecting in the center, almost like in the yin yang. Everything coming into balance. All this stuff coming into balance. And participation means you are fully participating in all the aspects of life. And you have enough abundance to share out to others. And so you are going to, this is how you finish. This isn't, so you're already there by the time we get there. So even though it's a 6-year plan, I can see for you that things are going to mature for you. It feels quickly if you are open and receptive. And don't forget, while you're going with the flow, you're also creating. You are co-creating with spirit. So I walk with a foot in both the earthly and the spiritual worlds. I create my vision, and every vision has a plan. So I accidentally pulled this first, but let's see what you have. You have Rowan. You have Rowan. This is a deck, the Seed and the Sickle, that I got to work with. I picked it out working with I have a new lead spirit guide. And so we went and searched out what she felt like would have the best messages for me from her. And so I rarely use this. But this is a very important time. So the Rowan trees are seen as a symbol of tenacity, capable of growing in the tiniest crevices in cliff sides and rocks. You have been doing a lot of the same recently, growing well in spite of uncertain ground that you stand on, and your determination will pay off once you realize you've got an advantage over those who have had an easier path. It is easy to envy others for thriving, but give yourself credit for having thrived in adversity. And Leo, you have been in adversity, but look at you. You are shining. I see it. You guys are bouncing back better than most. It is really impressive to watch you, so I'm excited for you. I am on Facebook every day. I really get into the astrology. The video for this new moon comes out Thursday at 4 p.m. If you want to check that out, that's Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. That new moon happens on Friday at 11:53 a.m. Eastern Time Zone in the U.S. It is a Cassini new moon. It is really important that we take the time to really, with intention, plant your seed of intention. A Cassini new moon encourages you to really focus on the time that it is happening, and within a half hour after, before or after, to like actually write something down, to make some kind of a commitment to yourself. So, all right, that's it. Thank you so much for participating in this channel with your comments and your support. Truly enjoy watching this community grow, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Take good care.